Good morning, my dear friend. I'm so glad you're here. This little corner of the internet right here, right now, is where we slow down together, where we trade fear for clarity, confusion for peace, and the loneliness of aging for the comfort of connection. At New Life 70 Plus, our mission is simple: to walk beside you in this chapter of life, not ahead, not behind, just right here, hand in hand, helping you stay strong, sharp, and steady with every passing day. Now, before we get into today's topic, I want you to picture this with me. You're standing in your kitchen, morning lights pouring in through the window, the kettle's humming on the stove. You reach for that familiar bottle, the one that's been on your counter for years. You pour a bit into the pan. The scent is comforting, familiar, routine, like muscle memory. But what if I told you that this very habit, so small, so innocent, might be the hidden reason your blood pressure won't budge? Or why your mind feels foggier than it used to? If that catches your attention, please take a moment to gently tap the like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe and share this video with someone you care about. This may not just be about you, it could be about your spouse, your best friend, or your aging parent. Because this might be the one video that changes everything. What I'm about to share may be surprising. It may even upset you. But I promise, it's not to scare you, it's to give you back control. You see, there's one type of oil that's likely sitting in your kitchen right now. A type most of us grew up trusting. It was in every cookbook, every commercial, even every hospital meal tray. But now, researchers are sounding the alarm. This oil isn't as heart-friendly as we were told. In fact, it might be silently inflaming your arteries, disrupting your memory circuits, and keeping your blood pressure stubbornly high, no matter how many pills you take. Yes, I'm talking about vegetable oil. Now hold on. I know what you might be thinking. Wait, isn't vegetable oil supposed to be better than butter? That's what we were all told. I believed it too. For decades, doctors pushed vegetable oils as a healthy alternative light. Cheap, cholesterol-free. But no one ever told us how they were made. No one told us about the chemicals, the high-heat processing, the omega-6 overload. Let's go back a bit just for a moment. In the 1952nd, heart disease was rising fast. Scientists needed a villain, and they pointed to saturated fats. Suddenly, butter, lard, and coconut oil became enemies. In their place, we got corn oil, soybean oil, canola oil, heavily processed, industrial oils that looked clean, but were anything but. Picture this. Making vegetable oil isn't like pressing olives or grinding seeds. It's a chemical operation. Seeds are blasted with high heat. Then solvents like hexane, yes, the same chemical used in paint thinner, are used to extract every drop of oil. That oil is then bleached to remove the grayish color, deodorized to get rid of the rancid smell, and bottled up with a label that says, "Heart healthy." Heart healthy? It's like calling a deep-fried Twinkie a superfood just because it's low cholesterol. Now, here's the part no one wants to talk about. These oils are high in omega-6 fatty acids. And while our body needs a little omega-6, we're now consuming 20-30 times more than we should thanks to these cooking oils, salad dressings, chips, cookies, frozen meals. It's everywhere. Why does that matter? Because omega-6 second are inflammatory. And when they flood your system, they don't just make your joints ache, they can make your blood vessels stiffer, your brain cells slower, and your heart work harder. A recent study from the National Institutes of Health found that older adults with high omega-6 intake had a significantly higher risk of hypertension and cognitive decline, not because they were eating too much salt or forgetting to exercise, but because the oil in their food was silently poisoning their cells. It's like slowly turning up the heat under a pot. You don't notice it until it's boiling over. And here's the tragedy. So many people over 60 are doing everything right. They take their medications on time. They try to eat lighter meals. They switch from butter to canola oil because their doctor said so. And yet, they still feel tired, foggy, frustrated. Their blood pressure stays high. Their cholesterol won't stabilize. Their memory slips a little more each week. And they blame themselves. They think, maybe it's just age. Maybe I'm not trying hard enough. No, my friend, it's not your fault. You were misled. We all were. But here's the good news. Once you know the truth, you can make better choices. And today, we're going to walk through it all, step by step. In the next few minutes, I'll explain how these oils harm your body, how to spot them in your pantry, and most importantly, what natural, affordable alternatives you can switch to right now to protect your heart and brain. Because you deserve to know, you deserve to thrive. And this might be the missing piece you've been searching for. Now let's take a closer look. What happens inside your body when you cook with vegetable oil day after day, meal after meal? To help you see it more clearly, I want you to imagine your arteries as flexible garden hoses. In your younger years, they were smooth and springy, carrying blood effortlessly from your heart to every cell. But over time, with constant exposure to inflammatory oils, those hoses begin to stiffen. The inner lining, called the endothelium, becomes irritated. Micro tears form. The body rushes in to patch them up with cholesterol and calcium. And just like that, plaque starts building. The blood has to push harder to get through. Your heart starts pumping more forcefully. That's high blood pressure. Now let's talk about the brain, because this part breaks my heart. Your brain is made up of nearly 60% fat. That's right, fat is not the enemy, but it's the type of fat that matters. When you flood your body with omega-6 from vegetable oils, they get incorporated into your brain cells, into the very structure of your memory and focus. And guess what? These fats oxidize easily. That means they go rancid in your body, just like old oil in a pan. They create free radicals, tiny sparks that damage your neurons. And over time, those little sparks turn into a wildfire. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why? Have you ever searched for a word that just wouldn't come? Have you ever looked at a familiar face and struggled to place the name? We all have those moments. But when they become frequent, when the fog doesn't lift, it's not just age. It's inflammation. It's chemical confusion caused by what we eat. And one of the biggest culprits is still sitting right there in your kitchen. Let me share a story with you. Her name is Carol. She's 72, lives alone, sweet woman. She loves gardening, crosswords, and making pancakes for her grandkids on weekends. A few months ago, she came to one of my health workshops. She had this notebook filled with lists of every supplement she was taking. She was doing everything right. Fish oil, turmeric, B12, low salt, morning walks. But she was still exhausted. Her blood pressure hovered at 150. She couldn't sleep through the night. And her memory, "It's like I'm walking in a cloud," she said. I asked her what kind of oil she used at home. "Oh, just the regular stuff. Canola," vegetable oil, the kind that says heart healthy. So we did one thing, just one. She swapped it out. No more vegetable oils. She switched to extra virgin olive oil for cooking and avocado oil for high heat. She read every label and avoided anything with soybean oil, corn oil, or cottonseed oil. She even stopped buying processed salad dressings and started making her own. Within 3 weeks, her blood pressure dropped to 128. Her energy came back. And the best part? She said she remembered her nephew's birthday without a reminder. For the first time in months, she felt clear, present, herself again. You see, Carol didn't need another pill. She didn't need a miracle. She just needed the truth. Now, let's go deeper. Why are these oils still being used in everything from crackers to healthy granola bars? Because they're cheap. They're shelf-stable. They don't smell. They don't spoil. And for big food companies, that means profits. But for our bodies, it means silent damage. Every day, every bite, every drop. Worse yet, many older adults were raised on margarine and vegetable oils. We were told butter clogs your arteries. We were told real fats are dangerous. And so we obediently followed. We replaced natural fats with industrial sludge, never realizing the long-term effects. But science has evolved, and now we know it's not cholesterol that's the main villain. It's inflammation. And the biggest drivers of inflammation are hiding in your pantry. Now, I want you to do something with me. Go to your kitchen, right now or after this video. Grab every bottle of oil you have. Read the label. If you see words like soybean, corn, cottonseed, vegetable, canola, or safflower, set them aside. These are not bad because of some internet trend. They're problematic because they were never meant to be food. Not in the form we consume them today. Not after being bleached, deodorized, and blasted with chemicals. And here's the hardest truth of all. Many so-called heart-healthy oils actually increase your risk of heart attack. The American Heart Association pushed them for decades without knowing the full picture. But now, we do. And once you know better, you can do better. In just a moment, we'll talk about which oils actually heal your body. Which ones restore your arteries, calm your mind, and bring back that clarity and energy you thought was lost forever. But before we do, I want you to sit with this truth. Your body is not broken. It's just waiting for a little kindness, for a little real food, for you to believe in it again. So, what now? You've checked your kitchen, you've read the labels, and maybe for the first time in years, you're seeing those shiny plastic bottles, canola, soybean, corn oil for what they really are. Not helpers, but silent troublemakers. But here's the beautiful part. Your body forgives. Even now, at 60, 70, 80, or beyond, your cells are still listening. They are still renewing, still repairing, still whispering. Thank you. Thank you for giving me something I can use. So let's talk about what to give them. Let's begin with extra virgin olive oil, nature's golden elixir. This oil is made by simply pressing olives. No chemicals, no heat, no bleaching. Just pure, rich fat loaded with polyphenols, which act like little firefighters inside your arteries. They reduce inflammation. They relax the blood vessels. And study after study shows that people who use olive oil daily have better memory, lower blood pressure, and sharper minds well into their 82nd and 92nd. Next is avocado oil, creamy, clean, and stable even at high heat. Unlike vegetable oils that oxidize and release toxic aldehydes when heated, Avocado oil remains steady, calm. It's like having a quiet guest in your kitchen, supportive, healthy, and never disruptive. You can use these oils for cooking, dressings, or even a simple drizzle over steamed vegetables. And every time you do, you're telling your body, I care, I'm paying attention now. But oils are just the beginning. Let's widen the lens. If your memory has been foggy, if your pressure keeps creeping up, it's not just about the oil. It's about the load your body is carrying. Every highly processed food, crackers, chips, dressings, sauces, is a tiny addition to that load. Each one adds up, bit by bit, until your liver, your heart, your brain cry out, please, give me space to breathe. So here's what I want you to try this week. Not a diet, not a strict plan, just a gentle experiment. For 7 days, avoid anything with vegetable oil on the label. Use only olive oil and avocado oil. Skip the packaged foods and focus on whole, colorful meals, steamed greens, roasted sweet potatoes, wild-caught fish, maybe a boiled egg with a pinch of sea salt. Drink water like it's medicine. Go for a walk after dinner, even just 10 minutes around the block. And when you feel tired, rest without guilt. You're not doing this to lose weight. You're not doing this to chase youth. You're doing this to feel like yourself again. Because deep down, I know you remember what that felt like. Clear mornings, sharp thoughts, deep sleep, laughing without effort. That version of you is not gone. They're just waiting for you to stop pouring confusion into your body, waiting for peace. And if you're wondering, how long before I feel the difference? The answer might surprise you. Many people notice improvement in just 1 week, especially in their energy, digestion, and clarity. In 3 weeks, blood pressure may drop. Sleep improves. Brain fog begins to lift. And within 3 months, your labs might look like they belong to someone 10 years younger. But more important than any number is how you feel when you wake up, how steady your hands are, how calm your thoughts become, how deeply you trust your own body again. Before we close, I want to remind you, this isn't about fear, it's about freedom. You're not giving something up. You're taking something back. Your clarity, your calm, your strength, your story. And the story from today forward can be different. You don't have to do it all at once. Just change one bottle. Just read one label. Just make one choice that whispers, I matter, because you do. And your body agrees. We'll be right here with you every step of the way. If this message touched you, share it with someone you love. Maybe they're using the same oils. Maybe they feel the same fog. Let's lift it together. And remember, it's never too late to come home to yourself. Not at Reits, not at Helfiats, not at Helfems. Your healing doesn't start in a hospital. It starts in your kitchen, right there where your story begins again.